You're certainly not alone if you feel like there's just way more to get done in a day than time to do it. And it seems like every time I turn around, there's someone else who's feeling this. But it does beg the question about how we should respond when that happens, because I've seen people maybe trip on this a little bit. The first thing that I always recommend people do is look at what is just plain ineffective. It's consuming time, energy, money, whatever the case may be, and it's not producing any value. It doesn't produce value for you, doesn't produce value for anybody else, and can't be made to do so. These are prime candidates to just eliminate. Classic examples are you're going to a meeting, no one's listening to you in that meeting, you could just skip it. That meeting could have been an email instead. Just get rid of it. Sometimes we hold on to things because we're a little bit afraid. Maybe someone's going to get mad if we don't go to their meeting. Maybe we're going to get in trouble. Maybe, just maybe, someone's going to share something vital in this meeting this time is going to be super valuable, but it won't. So these are things that you can safely get rid of. The second one is efficiency. So it may be you are getting some value, but it's not a great ratio of time, energy, and money into it for the value that you get out. And in those cases, you're kind of left with a couple of choices. One, you can just stick it out and put up with it, and that will be a drag on your calendar and time. Number two is you can really think about reducing the cost. So maybe you're physically going somewhere and you don't need to. Maybe you're paying for something and really you don't need to. Is there a path for you to be able to get most of, if not all of, that value while dramatically reducing that cost on time, energy, money? Or just eliminating it, because maybe you can't make it more efficient. Maybe it's just kind of stuck. Then it's perfectly legitimate to discard or omit that somewhat small amount of value, because it takes a lot of the resources and makes them available for you to spend in higher return ways. And then the third one, and this is where I can see some people, maybe go a little bit astray, is there are things that we can just stop doing and get away with it. No one's going to come ask us. We're not going to get in trouble. It seems like we could just stop, and isn't that great? But it's not always great. I would not encourage you to think about being able to get away with something as a good reason to stop doing it. And here's why. You could be doing something that is incredibly impactful, is incredibly effective, and it may even be incredibly efficient. That is an excellent way for you to spend your time. And by the way, this whole bucket of it could be quite good, but I could get away with not doing it, that's the entire definition of anything that you would call going the extra mile. And oftentimes, when people go the extra mile, that's when the magic happens. It could be a personal brand building moment. It could be the breakthrough moment for the company. Oftentimes, going the extra mile is exactly where you should be spending your time. And even though you can eliminate it, please think long and hard before you do, because it's not about doing less in a particular day. It's about spending your time to maximize what you want to get out of it.